get serious here.
For DeAndre to step up and hit.
Oh, that was great. That was just, guys were, it was really funny in the locker room and all that, but, he's going to be in those situations, and it was nice. After he made the first two, I figured they only have one more time to do it, and, I jokingly told Brad Beal, because he missed his two, I told him we were going to hack a Beal if he missed another one. So, but that was a good win for us. That was a hard game, in my opinion. I was, we still think we're on this road trip, and I just thought that was a really hard game for us. Played really well. I didn't think we started out the game very well. I thought the second unit again kind of got us back into our rhythm. That one stretch with Turk, that's as hard as I've seen him. I mean, that was good for us. And then I thought in the third quarter, the only negative of the game, I thought we let our guard down, and then they got back in the game, and that's dangerous.
You talked about Crawford pregame. What he's brought to you guys during this time period, just coming off the bench and things like that?
Yeah, he's just playing, and we're putting him in at the 2, at the 1. Him and JJ have this thing going. It's just amazing. They when they run that little, it's funny, where do I know well, there's the one thing we run with him and Jamal is they worked on it for, 20 minutes, but it's tough to work on him when we don't know what they're going to do, and they played a 3 or 4 man game with Blake, and it's just been really good stuff. You can do that with veterans, because they've been in the league, they kind of read the situation, and they play from there. It's been really good for us.
You talked about how tough this game might be tonight, especially with the circumstances. How do you describe allowing that 16-point lead to get away, but just keep building back?
Yeah, it just happens. Leads in this league go away. They're a good team, by the way. They're a solid team. They've been injured. Witt kept that thing afloat with all those guys out, Bradley, Bill, and now they're going to be a tough team because they have shooting, size, and then John Wall's a one-man fast break. I mean, my gosh, he should have ran track. I mean, he's amazing with his speed, and so when we did lose the lead, I was concerned because I didn't know if we were going to have enough to sustain and break through again. We did.
How do Hedo's adjustments so far?
Hedo's been great. He's been absolutely fantastic for us, and you can see it visually that he knows he's going to make an impact for this team. He's invested. That's really nice.
Like that Christmas Day game up north, you're going back up there the first time. It was really chippy.
Up north?
Up to San Francisco.
Oh,
north.
Okay.
It's not south. It's north.
Yeah, I know Milwaukee was north. But,
Still northern California.
Okay, but whatever. It was minus 20 in Milwaukee, that's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying you're going to the northern part of California.
Okay.
Anyway, it was really chippy. There was a lot of going on. Are you worried about anything extracurricular?
No, we're coming to play,
Okay.
and stuff happens, and we have to just play through it. But that's what's going to happen in the playoffs. You can't go in a game waiting for stuff to happen. You got to go in the game ready to play basketball. And maybe a hockey game will break out.
You sense a little, Doc, did you sense a little sluggishness at all from the trip?
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I didn't know. In the beginning, we were just trading baskets. It didn't feel like the way we've played. And honestly, I didn't know how we were going to play anyway coming off the strip. It's tough, so I just thought, our offense kind of held us in early, and then we made a little defensive run, but it was good for us.
How is that coming to play tomorrow night? Because that's maybe the toughest thing you said. This will be
Yeah,
officially the end of your trip.
Yeah, and it's the toughest of all of them, no matter who we're playing. The fact that we're playing Golden State may be a blessing, because that may give you energy. So
I know you don't like that strategy, the kind of intentionally fouling strategy, but is it really the only way for it to stop happening? DeAndre is going to make free throws at this point. Is that really his only option if he doesn't want to be intentionally fouled?
Yeah, I've said that for years. I've been on the competition committee, and every time they, I jokingly said to him, "Hey, we got to keep you in," and he was like, and I said, "Well, make the free throws," and he did today. But I've said that for years. There's been so much talk about changing that rule. I don't like it the way it looks. It doesn't look good. Having said that, I don't think there should be a rule change to it because, it's like the intentional walk. You know what I mean? I just think the more you make, the less they'll foul.
Was that possession before he got intentionally fouled the first time? possession.
Yeah, yeah, and you know he had a couple down the stretch. Heck, I would have. I've been. That was the other reason they were following him. They were thinking maybe they'll take him out of the game so we can score, because he absolutely had an impact down the stretch.
He and Blake seem to have a nice form at the free throw line. Are they confident about their free throwing now?
Well, Blake is for sure.
Yeah.
You know, DeAndre, you know, with his percentages, it's just tough to be too confident.
Well, he's 60% tonight, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but you know, you go on the year, and he works on it, you know, and he makes them in practice. So I just think every time he does this, where he makes two like this, is a good thing, you know.
In fact, this is the last week of David Stern's tenure as commissioner.
Yeah,
Do you have any thoughts about that? I mean, you've been in the league.
yeah.
You've been in the league under him.
Thanks for that. Yeah, it's he's been great for this league. He's been great for me. You know, we see I think the public sees the mean side of David Stern so much. They don't see the real side. You know, he calls. You know, when I got fired, he was one of the first calls in Orlando, and he cares about the league. So we'll miss him, and that'll be a fact. We'll miss him. You know, Adam will be great, but David Stern, you know, he gets all the heat and doesn't get enough of the good stuff. You know, it's amazing. He's done this great job of making sure the players are the stars, are the stars, are the stars, and yet behind the scenes, he's been a superstar, and almost no one's noticed. And that's probably the way he wanted it. So he's going to leave the league better than when he started, and that's a great thing. We're going to miss him.
What did he say to you in that phone call?
Well, why would I tell you that?
It's a nice moment.
Yeah, it was a very nice moment. You know, you just keep your head up. You know, you're a good coach, and you know, coaches get fired. You know, but you know, I don't remember, but it was just a very nice thing to do. You know, I'm thinking honestly, because it's David Stern. My wife tells me David Stern's on the phone, and I'm thinking, geez, I got fired, I'm gonna get fined too. Honestly, God, I thought I did something wrong. You know, and he says, Doc, and I'm waiting for the news. You know, and no, it was good. And then he told me to take the ABC job. Yeah, and I did that as well. Not AV, just to take a TV job. One of the two jobs would come open, and they need someone to take it. So.
A lot of the things that he's done have been sort of controversial at the time, but then you look like the dress code, right? They've been controversial at the time, but then people look back and go, oh, that was actually good.
Yeah, we needed an image change, you know. Our guys are good guys, but you're judged by how you look sometimes. And, you know, I didn't think it was a good idea when he did that, and it turned out to be a great idea. And so he's had to make some tough decisions like that. And he's pretty much been on the right side most of the time.
What do you remember most about Christmas night?
We lost.
Besides that?
That's it. Honestly, we lost the game. I thought we played great, and we didn't win. And so we got to figure out a way of winning and sustaining through the game. They're a great team. They're going to make some runs because they have offensive firepower. You know, composure in any big game, not just that game. In any game is important. I actually thought we held our composure and got penalized. You know, so, but it doesn't matter. You know, and I told our guys after that game, I didn't, you know, listen, we wanted Blake to be in that game. He got thrown out. We still have to find a way to win the game. And that's the mentality that we have to get, no matter who's on the floor. And, you know, they knew I was angry more at we lost the game to them than that we lost Blake, because what if he had fouled out? Are we going to get mad at that? You know what I mean? So that was a very winnable game, but we didn't win. And to the victors goes the spoils.
What is the one thing maybe you could be figuring out that the team is doing right without Chris?
Well, we're doing a lot of stuff right, you know. I think, you know, one of the areas, it's funny that we haven't been as good as defensively, because when you lose, you know, an all defensive guard, that's hard. Offensively, we figured out more ways to score because we've had to. You know, we don't have the safety blanket. And I think our guys have handled that very well. Thanks, guys.